We
You're
are
live.
ready to go, and it is Chris and Brian here from Resolve Technology. Today, we want to talk about a recent article from Computer World, which is a Microsoft 365 Copilot, and the different issues that people are having with rolling out Copilot. So it has some nice numbers in here that I want to share with you. It said almost half, 48% of respondents plan to move from their existing pilot projects to small-scale deployments later this year or in 2025. But I think the problem they're finding in the few users that are using it for our clients is that there's still some data privacy concerns and making sure that information doesn't get out there, critical information for the organization doesn't get out there to other people. I think that's one of the biggest things is that data governance. Microsoft still doesn't have a very good handle on the data governance portion. And I don't think we certainly don't have a handle on all that. And the end user, they're just using the product. So they're really not as concerned as with the security as we are. So I think they're running into some hiccups here. Microsoft's running into some hiccups. And we figured they would with this. What do you have to add to this?
So people characterize it as cautious optimism, and it's true, but I'd say in my experience so far, it's a novelty item. It's like some new shiny toy they can use. Oh, automating my workflow. It all sounds great, but them actually implementing this, I've had a few people ask me like, hey, what can I do with it? They get it. They understand they're stuck with it for an annual commitment on it and you pay up front, but they're not really sure on if it's worth keeping yet. You know what I mean? We're mostly trialing it out for them. Like I'm talking 3 to 4 users at most using it. I don't foresee it largely increasing unless Microsoft manages to somehow get those Copilot Plus PCs with recall. I think they want to hook this all together somehow. They want your business hooked in their ecosystem. So you got their Copilot Plus that hook in with this Microsoft or generative AI for Office there, and it's going to all hook in together like Cortana, because remember, Cortana was the big thing back in the day. She's gone, but she used to be on our start menu. You'd ask Cortana how to find something.
Yeah, that really didn't pan out. So they haven't given up on that concept because everybody is using some sort of assistant. But one of the interesting things it says here in the article is almost 98% of respondents in the Gartner survey said employees are excited to use it. Once granted a license, they want to keep it. 90% of respondents said employees would fight to retain access. So I think, yeah, because of course everybody wants to be a little bit more productive and they don't want to give up their access if it's going to help them. However, I think people need to run the return on investment to see if they're actually going to get back what they're paying into it. Because what are we talking? It's $360 per year right now. Maybe in the future it goes down in price. Who knows? The other thing it says here in the article is 72% of respondents struggle to integrate it into their daily routines. So that's exactly what Chris was talking about. It's like, how do I use this exactly? Like we've seen like how you can use it with PowerPoints to help give you a PowerPoint template and with the different Office applications. I can see that's pretty straightforward. That I can see the value in that. But going beyond that, yeah, I think there needs to be more education from Microsoft, understanding that people, even if you throw the information out there to people and the education, they don't always have the time to actually sit down and watch these videos or read this stuff online. So your take on it.
Yeah, they're not as integrated with, they use it because they have to go there. It's at their job every day. They're not in front of it, like trying to leverage it or do this with it or that. I think it has a lot of potential, but the thing is it depends on right now it's more of a niche at this point. You have a little segment that would be like, or Teams Pro, or what is it, the AI transcoding? Like it'll tell you about your meetings you had and what topics were discussed. I see stuff like that being, if they could get that to be more like integrated into this Copilot, then maybe it'd be a little better. They are trying that with Outlook. It'll help schedule meetings on your calendars because everyone uses an Outlook calendar, whether that's like a shared mailbox as the calendar or you share out your personal calendar to everybody. Everybody in Teams can see each other's stuff. But it's how you all collaborate is, I think, what they're aiming at. The end users of the product aren't really sure how it helps them collaborate better yet until they actually use some of the features that they're pretty much testing out currently.
Yeah, I agree. I think this study underscores the things that we've seen. It tends to be a small group of trusted users users that are piloting this out, they're not getting all that far, most people, with the pilots that they're running, and they're just not leveraging it like they should be. This just solidifies that. And we'll include a link to this article so you can read it for yourself.
I got something else too. Pilot. They have a Microsoft Learn. I'll try to include it, but it was essentially like the Microsoft Learn hub there where you can learn about the different products and how they work, what they are. They had a specific one for Copilot for Microsoft 365. So you get like a little Learn badge from it. I don't know. It might give you a good general, at least have that under your belt before just saying, hey, buy AI, let me have it without getting yourself into.
Yeah, exactly. No, that'd be great. So get us that link and we'll include that. We'll attach it to the video. Hey, thanks a lot for your help with this, Chris, and I'll talk to you later.